How high is too high when it comes to Bitcoin? In the last month, Bitcoin has reached an all-time high of almost $42,000 per coin. And I know what you're thinking, why didn't I own it? At the same time, in the last couple of weeks, Bitcoin has gone from its all-time high to about $31,000 a coin. That's a loss of about 25% per coin, and you're thinking, thank God I didn't have it. So today on The Investment Advisor, I thought what we would do is look at various strategies that can help you decide if cryptocurrency, and in particular Bitcoin, is something for your investment portfolio. What I want to explain is the tenor, meaning the timing of an investment in a currency such as Bitcoin. We're going to look at it over a long period, we're going to look at it over a very short period, such as one day, and we're going to discuss whether are you a long-term investor, that the expression tends to be buy and hold, or should you be a day trader, somebody who buys it in the morning, sells it in the morning, and covers their position at the end of the day. Let's start by looking at the chart for Bitcoin over the last 5 years. And you can see it's been quite a ride. But way up here is 41,000. So if you had Bitcoin and you held it patiently in your portfolio over the last 5, 6 years, whatever it is, you would have had a sizable appreciation on your investment. At the same time, there's no bell that rings when the market reaches a top, so you would have seen it go to 41,000 and back down to 31,000. Buy and hold means you're in it for the long term. A slightly shorter period of time to judge an investment is 1 year. That's less than a long-term capital gain in most jurisdictions. And a year gives you time to assess whether that investment, in this case Bitcoin, would pay off if held over a year. Let's have a look. You can see again, Bitcoin relatively stable in the last year, and then just toward the end of last year into the first part of this year, Bitcoin skyrockets. Why does it go up so much? I would say that the reason its appreciation has to do with a lack of confidence in fiat money, in the dollar and the euro and some other currencies around the world because of pandemic, monetary and fiscal issues, and people see a safe haven in Bitcoin. Keep in mind though, that over a year, you can have appreciation, you can have depreciation. Now we're going to look at Bitcoin over 1 month, because a month isn't that much time, not that long-term horizon when it comes to an investment. Let's look at Bitcoin over the last month. And you can see the month has been very volatile. You've had troughs here, and yes, you had the peak there, but it's very volatile. So keep in mind that if you decide that a month is the horizon of your investment turn, in general, especially with cryptocurrencies, you will get a lot of volatility. It could be in assessing Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency to think maybe over a week you can track that currency and get a feel whether it's going to appreciate, depreciate, whether it's in a bull cycle or a bear cycle. So here's the last week of Bitcoin. Again, you'll see here that the volatility is extreme. So I personally don't like short-term investing, day trading, week trading. To me, there's too much risk. At the same time, if you can plan your portfolio to take advantage of what you perceive as strengths in the markets or weakness in the markets, that's the key. How do you do that? Well, look down here. This line just looks like a kind of any jumbled line in an economic chart, but that's the relative strength index. And what that means, that's a gauge whether Bitcoin over the course of that week is expensive or relatively cheap. You can see wherever it's been over this line, the relative strength index goes over 70, generally corresponds to a moment when that currency will probably depreciate in value. At the same time, if you only buy Bitcoin when it's below, here it's 30, say you bought a relative strength index of about 25 and you were disciplined, only buying when it hits 25, I think as a strategy, long or short term, in general, you would find that that's probably a prudent way to invest in Bitcoin. Finally, let's look at Bitcoin over the course of one day. There are many of you out there who like day trading. It appeals to your sense of adventure. It appeals to your sense of value, of a quick win, of a quick loss, and perhaps not having too great a swing either as a loss or a gain. This is the value of Bitcoin over the course of a day. For me, it would be very difficult to be a day trader. I'm not set up for it. I don't like gambling. I don't really like risks. I like long-term investing. At the same time, if day trading of a cryptocurrency, if Bitcoin is what you want to do, this is one tool. There are many tools out there that you can investigate with your financial advisor on your own, with your own research, and that would tell you during the course of a day when it is, as we said, relative strength index under 30, it might be the moment to invest in Bitcoin for the next hour, the next 30 minutes, the next 15 seconds, whatever your horizon might be. Again, disciplined, prudent, not risking huge amounts of money in relation to what it is that you want to invest, and prudent research is the way to guide yourself when it comes to looking at Bitcoin, it comes to looking at cryptocurrencies. That's all the time we have today on The Investment Advisor. I'm your host, Matthew Stevenson, in partnership with Dukascoin TV. Remember, money can take care of you. It cannot take care of itself.